watch your live feed every night.
That's fantastic.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming out and saying hey. Sir, let's go. You too.
Well, I can tell why I did it.
Frederick Strong.
Yeah.
Thank you for being today. Thank you, sir. What's your name? Jason. Nice to meet you, brother.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys. Thank you. Keep me in your prayers.
Yeah.
Thanks for all you're doing.
Thank you. What's your name? Linda. You doing okay? Yeah, I reckon. It'd be nice to get a full night's sleep occasionally.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, well.
I started it a while. You normally start it early, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we build our audience.
Yeah.
You guys doing okay over here? Good to see you guys. Staying out of trouble for Freedom Ring, yes? You never know. God has a sense of humor. Come on in. Yeah, fair prayer too. I appreciate it. Thank you, Wendy. It's nice to meet you. I like that shirt. I'm not afraid of it.
Oh, they have some stuff over for sale over there? Yeah. Just these or they have other ones? You're just not allowed to let anybody out.
That's true. Now we have to stop quarantine for 2 weeks. Oh man, what was I thinking?
I did see an interesting fact. Something that I thought. So in the you had a recent spike.
I'm fine. I put this on because I came for breakfast now, which I had.
Yeah, the first case on June 1st.
Yeah, but.
They now have 30 residents.
Tina had one, I think.
Still asymptomatic.
Oh my goodness.
Residents
Stack in the deck.
asymptomatic. The only reason
You did open. Is he working now?
What? What?
I thought when you went to those rallies, you were busting potatoes anymore. Yeah, the governor. Okay.
We're sitting outside the meeting.
WHP was also reporting that I guess the federal they're going to have a federal news conference today, one of the Trump groups.
Good.
And now they're saying, and then the whole give you a nudge thing is that they're saying that asymptomatic cases are far more common than these.
Hi, Tabitha.
Yeah, come on.
And they're saying that we're only catching approximately a tenth of the actual cases.
Sick people. You guys hang in there. This needs to end. How y'all doing over here?
On tour, yeah.
Did you handle it?
Yeah.
I broke that last night. I think it was taper. I gotta admit, I was mad and I did it. I probably should have hit it.
It was a restaurant. And then
saw the it clicked. You're welcome. Sure.
Oh, wow. Keep the critters out.
Get to meet him. Get to meet him. Oh my God, I was lucky. I was lucky.
Aww.
Not the noodle.
Yeah.
Now.
We'll snore. We'll pop.
Right now.
Do you want me to take?
It's not done.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Thank you. Way to go.
It's
What's your name?
Got it. Yeah. I think he is after Commissioner Phillips, I think.
Exactly, yes.
I might go up so I can get
Okay, I'll see you
in
up
the
there.
front.
Glad that you came. I'll send you.
Last year we went down there.
Sorry, excuse me.
I don't know if you have an account that is tied to the stock market.
It's hard to see out here anyway with the glare on the phone screen.
Sorry. Hey! This is live, just so you know. It's Senator Mastriano's phone, so I have it live already. What time did you guys get here? Oh, did you? Senator Mastriano. Senator Mastriano. What's that? Yeah, he's still back there. I am.
You're the one that does those lives.
Some of them.
I'll be watching too.
It's on now, so.
Yeah, but I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey, Russ. This is a sign that matters.
I expected a lot.
Hello there. Hi. How are you? Oh, hi.
I recognize you. I heard your voice.
How big it was, but
Hello, everybody.
sure it got bigger.
I got your attention.
It's getting bigger.
Oh, he's up there.
I guess we're ready to start this protest finally. I wrote a speech. I wrote it down so I'd know what I wanted to say and make sure I cover everything. I wanted to do the whole hand sanitizer and take the mask off and scrub from elbow to top, and my wife said no one would understand what I was trying to do there, so. I want to start by saying thank you to everyone who came out today to support small business in Lebanon County. I also want to thank the state representatives, the county government, and all the local officials who are here as well. Chief Easter, and the North London Township Police Department. Yeah. Just for the record, I respect you. The first responders and the military, active military people, you are my true hero. Thank you. Yes. My name is Gary Heisey. I'm the owner and operator of Heiseys Diner. For the last 4 months have been very hard on everybody. Financially, religiously, socially, and family oriented. I thank God that we are still here today. When this all started, we were asked to shut our doors for 2 to 4 weeks to help stop the spread of COVID. I gotta keep up with myself, I'm sorry. I told you I'm not a public speaker. 4 months later, after everything we have done and we were told to do, we still can't open our doors. My family and staff are ready to safely serve you just like every other business in Pennsylvania. Lebanon County was singled out by the governor because our county commissioners stood up to him last month and moved our county from red to yellow. Of course, without his blessing. So now he chooses to single us out and keep us shut down. I wonder though, if the governor realized by making that decision, that also means that that baseball team that wanted to play its first tournament this weekend can't take the field. Or that church that wanted to have their first live service this weekend can't attend church. And all those mom and pop businesses that just wanted to open their doors for business can't. Well, their dreams and my dreams were crushed for another week, for no other reason than spite from our governor.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I have been a businessman in North London Township for 31 years. I'm here because I love what I do. I love my community and I love all my loyal customers. I don't see how one man can have the power to be able to pick and choose which businesses are open and which ones are closed. In my eyes, all businesses are essential. I have thought long and hard about our decision to get involved and speak out, but I just can't take it anymore. So as of now, till 9 p.m. tonight, Heiseys Diner's doors are open under protest.
Yes!
Of Governor Wolf's decision not to turn Lebanon County green like the rest of the Pennsylvania. The last thing before I turn over the officials to speak, because they all want to turn to talk to you, is about the t-shirts you see us all wearing. My 9-year-old nephews came up with a slogan, "Don't be afraid of the big bald wolf." His parents own and operate Major League Screen Printing, a business here in town that is financially devastated by the COVID. They lost all their orders, they lost everything. So $12 of the proceeds is going to go towards Major League Screen Printing. $3 of the proceeds will be donated to a local charity food bank to help feed Lebanon County. Before the rally, we sold 100 shirts. We got another 100 today for the rally, and I think we just about sold all of them. But if you like one, see my nephew Owen and Parker over there, and they'll take care of you. In closing, I hope to God, and I pray that all businesses in Lebanon County stand with us, open your doors this week in protest of Governor Wolf's decision to keep us yellow. Because again, all jobs, big or small, are essential to Pennsylvania. Now I turn the mic over to a classmate of mine from high school, Mr. Arnold. We graduated together.
He just looks a lot younger, but we're about the same age, just so you know. Gary, thank you very much for having us here and for having the courage to do what you're doing. It really is amazing the strength you're displaying on behalf of not just you and your family and your co-workers, but really the strength you're displaying on behalf of Lebanon County and frankly Pennsylvania as a whole, because we need people like you that are willing to stand up and fight to protect our rights. So thank you very much. I want to thank everybody else for being here and joining us all at Heiseys Diner here in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. We're here today to support a family-owned business that's been a staple of our community for more than 50 years and a personal favorite of mine. Generations of Lebanon Countyans have enjoyed eating delicious meals here at Heiseys tables with their families and their friends. And one man decided to take that away from everybody. We're taking it back. Heiseys has been in Lebanon County since 1968, and we can't allow 2020 to be the last year this restaurant's in operation. Look, 2020 has been a rough year for everybody. There's no question about that. And COVID has affected every single one of us to one degree or another. Every one of us. Employers and employees have been left with little to no resources as a result of Governor Wolf's actions. Too many establishments have gotten to the point where the only options left for them are to reopen their business or close their doors forever. Forever. And that's happening to a lot of places, and it shouldn't happen to any business that they've got to close forever because one man tells them that they can't operate. There are too many families, thank you. There are too many families that have been left with enormous debt as they still can't return to work despite the fact that we all want to return to work. We all need to support all of our businesses in Lebanon County. Obviously, we're all going to support Gary and Heiseys without question. We need to support every business and encourage them to have the strength to do what they need to do to, first and foremost, protect themselves, their families, and their customers, but also provide for themselves and their families and their co-workers. Every one of us has the right to do that. No man can take it away from us. I hope that you will all join me in continuing to support Heiseys long past today and coming out and enjoying meals here regularly, as probably all of us here have done over the years, coming here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's just a great place to spend time with your friends and your family. So thank you again for coming out, and I'll turn the microphone over now to State Representative Russ Diamond. There he is, Russ Diamond.
Good morning. Thank you. Need to hear a little noise from this crowd. There we go. And Gary, I am so proud of you. You are a true patriot, my friend. Something that Gary said is very, very important. This is a protest. This is a protest. Notice how peaceful our protest is. We will not burn down buildings. We will not loot. We will be civilly disobedient. God bless you, Gary. Not just for this protest, but for what your family has done for over half a century, not only in providing fine dining and great menu items, but also this space next door where Lebanon Countyans routinely come to recreate, play softball, and just have fun and mingle with each other. God bless you. I am thrilled to see one more restaurant open their doors in Lebanon County. I really am. I mean, look, I gotta tell you that last couple days for me have been pretty bad. I've been thinking about these poor seniors in our nursing homes who are left alone without their family members, husbands and wives in the same nursing home, not able to even talk to each other except through glass doors. This is unconscionable. And when you think about the policies that the executive branch of our state government have implemented sending ticking time bombs into those facilities, it brings tears to my eyes. Their policies are arbitrary, they are capricious, just like the policy that kept Lebanon County yellow when the rest of the state went green. In the past couple days, a lot of false things have been said about me, to me. I've been called a murderer. I've been called a serial killer. I've been called uncaring. I care about every one of you very, very deeply. I will not stand when people who want to turn this country on their head try to insult good people in Lebanon County. I will not stand for it. You've given me hope, Gary. Thank you so much. Christine from Taste of Sicily, I know she's here. She's given me hope as well. The people of Lebanon County give me great hope and sustain me through the bad times. And I want you to know something. Right now, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court is deciding on something very, very important. They're deciding whether one man's stroke of a pen in an instant is more important than 253 people's months-long deliberations over the importance of policy in Pennsylvania. They are deciding whether we have a Republican form of government as guaranteed by Article 4, Section 4 of the United States Constitution or not. Do we have a republic or do we have tyranny? What do you want? We want a republic, that's right. Gary, I hope you're the first of many. Many. Every business should open their doors in Lebanon County. We will not stand for tyranny. We will not stand for arbitrary and capricious policy dictates from one man. We will be a Republican form of government, and you will enjoy all your freedom. God bless you. God bless the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and God bless the United States of America. Let me introduce to you my great friend who sits next to me in the House of Representatives, Colonel Frank Ryan.
I thought we were having a rally here, a protest to reopen Pennsylvania. I can't hear you. Okay, I still, maybe it's my age. I can't hear you. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at a crossroads. We're at a crossroads about whether or not the grand experiment that was started in 1775 at Lexington, and let me be perfectly clear, I was not there. I had two people ask me if I fired the first shot. I would have been proud to, just as you are firing that first shot today. This is not about one person. This is not about ego. This is about the pain and suffering of so many people. You know, Pennsylvania is my adopted home. I'm from Maryland. I was smart enough to move here. Leave me alone. Somebody said, have you ever lived under communism? I said, I have. I'm from Maryland. By the way, I think that's going to come to a halt meeting. But I have to tell you, as you look at these issues, I love my Pennsylvania family. I've been here now for over 40 years. And what I love about it is that Pennsylvania, throughout our history, has been at the forefront of the individual rights and freedoms. Someone sent me a message last night and told me that I need to understand that the rights of the state come ahead of our individual rights. And I'm going to tell you, that's not true. I spent a lifetime in the Marine Corps defending other people's rights, and I will do that today. When I was in the Marine Corps, I see a lot of veterans, and my good friend Colonel Mastriano served in the military, and I can tell you we gave up our freedom of speech so that you could have yours. We gave up our right of free assembly so that you could have this right to protest. We gave up the ability to go to church on our church services of our choice when we were in the combat zones so that you could worship freely, and I did that willingly with no remorse. Ladies and gentlemen, I implore the governor to do something that has not happened since day one. And in the beginning, I can absolutely guarantee you, every one of us here reached out to the governor's office, and I've got the emails to prove it, asking that you assist us, that some of the things you were doing were not helping people, and that seniors may be hurt. I've got the letter from the Speaker of the House of Representatives saying that we were putting seniors in danger by doing what was happening. And we found out now over 4,300 seniors have died because no one would listen. So ladies and gentlemen, we're here today to say that this is an opening, and Gary, God bless you for exercising your right of protest. And for those of you here today for exercising that right, because I can assure you of but one thing. With the way the state was shut down and the length of time that we've done, we will now begin to see the budget impacts of this that will adversely affect the health and well-being of every person when you find out that the price tag for this entire issue is $10 billion and we don't have it, and the programs that will have to be cut because of it will be so severe that more and more people will be hurt. So let's do what we can possibly do to restore and reopen the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And most importantly, I would ask you today to thank our police officers. I worked in a group in the Marine Corps called a Joint Interagency Task Force, and I saw for 3 years what they go through. I could not do that for a lifetime. Every time they knock on the door, they don't know what's going to happen to them. When I was in a combat zone, when I knocked on, well, I didn't have to knock on doors, but when people knocked on doors, things were happening. You presumed it was the enemy. They don't know that. What a hell of a way to live, and we are thankful for your sacrifice. God bless you. Police officers want to take care of those that have been wrong and those who have abused their power, and we should always hold everyone to that standard.
Absolutely.
So what we need to do is recognize we need to stand and help the good police officers to support us as they have supported us always. So let's now reopen PA!
Good morning, everyone. It's always a pleasure as one of your county commissioners to come before a group of our esteemed citizens in Lebanon County. I have come over the last 8.5 years as one of your county commissioners to develop a whole different love for the people that live in this county. Gary, a personal friend of Josie's and mine. Not only does he have this wonderful restaurant, but he does catering throughout the county and is one of the caterers for the Lebanon County Expo Center, which incidentally, it took us 7 or 8 years to get the Expo Center up to where it should be, deferred maintenance taken care of, and a new director out there who is doing an incredible job and booking that place. If you've gone by there before the pandemic, you would have seen all of the cars and all of the activities going on every weekend. Gary is part of that. Josie and I have been active in the Salvation Army. We've used Gary to cater our dinners. He does an incredible job. Now let's think about where this shutdown in Pennsylvania placed Gary and his family. Not only was he not able to open his restaurant, but he also lost all his catering business as well. Isn't that terrific? Now, I have been criticized greatly, as have my other elected colleague officials here in Lebanon County, for not caring about people and making stupid decisions. And Bob Phillips and I particularly have been criticized because we are the ones that had to take the vote to make the symbolic opening on May the 15th. I'm here before you today to tell you that I still stand behind that decision. My only regret is that many businesses in Lebanon County were frightened even after we took that stand, because unfortunately we were not able to protect them from the licensure agencies that, as they are now hounding our friends at the Taste of Sicily and fining them on a weekly basis. It's absolutely incredible. And one of the things that I want to comment on about that is, folks, we're in Lebanon County. The Taste of Sicily is in Lebanon County. Heiseys Diner is in Lebanon County, and we are a tremendously successful agricultural county here in Lebanon. And who do they send to shut down the businesses? The Department of Agriculture. Is that an incredible insult and sheer stupidity? At least send some mafiosa or somebody, not the Department of Agriculture under Secretary Redding, who is supposed to be our friends here in Lebanon County. So anyway, I'm not going to belabor this, and as I said at the Taste of Sicily, I said I'm not a great orator like my legislative friends here, but it was important for me, again, to be here on a personal note because of the personal relationship that we have with the Heiseys and this diner that is a legend. And it's absolutely horrible that they have not been able to open. So, as I said at the Taste of Sicily rally, those folks are patriots. Gary and his family are patriots. Thank you. See what happens? I got so excited in the moment. I have to first of all apologize. I'm supposed to introduce Senator Mastriano, who I know we're all anxious to hear from. Thank you.
Wow, what a great day to be an American. Every day is a great day to be American, huh? Cool. Our founders promised us the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Do you feel free? I don't. And the petty politics of our governor and his failed secretary, who needs to go, the pun is Lebanon County. You know, what about Levine, huh? You know, early on, many of us were trying to think critically of this whole thing here, and the numbers weren't adding up, and our secretary's padding the numbers and exaggerating the numbers, and we're going to count positives, maybes, couldas, wouldas, recovered, et cetera, et cetera. The numbers are fake, and they played us here in Lebanon County, and I can't believe they did that to you guys here, because you stood up for your freedoms and rights as Americans. What do you have to say about that? You know, somebody wrote on my Facebook page, it's probably one of my friends out here, they said everyone wants to be a patriot until it's time to do patriot things. And Christine and Gary, you know firsthand it's not easy to fight for your rights against a tyrannical governor who launches his bureaucrats and throws fines at you. First $1,000, Christine, then $2,000, and then $3,000. This is not an easy operation here. It's tough. Christine doesn't like to talk in public, but can you tell us, how are your spirits? How's your morale?
I'm amazing. God is good. I'm a Christian, and He's got me. He's got me. He's got me. God, I love you, Jesus Christ. I love you. And so, I'm actually excited. I want to see what it looks like on paper to get a $10,000 fine per day. Like, wow. And I'm telling you, Trump, Trump, Trump. I'm telling you, if you do not vote red, we are in trouble. God, Bill, you're the best. Oh, Frank Ryan, I'm so hyped. I just love you guys, and I hate speaking in front of people, but I'm so real, it's not even funny. 5 minutes with me and you'll know my life story, but you guys are awesome, and have no fear. What can he do? He gave me fines, I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere, Wolf. Not going anywhere. You padlock the doors, I'm going to go buy some punters. You're not. That's it. I love you guys. Love you.
Woo! I guess I should just cut it off right here, Christine. I just can't believe that we're living in America here. We got a governor sending his thugs down to bully you, and I say no. And I'm thankful for modern-day patriots. Modern-day patriots say no to the tyranny, say no to the king of the Susquehanna, and it's time for us all to stand by side. When Frank Ryan was in Constitution Hall in 1789, he's repeated that I've heard Benjamin Franklin say, if we don't hang together, we'll hang separately. And man, we got to hang together here. And Senator Arnold, I am honored and thankful that you would include me in this event here, so thank you for hosting me here. And Gary, thank you for fighting the good fight for freedom. Now it's our time to rise up. This is the most important moment in Pennsylvania history since 1863. And even then, when there's 70,000 Johnny Rebs running around what would become my district, and no, I was not there, but you were, right? Even the governor back then didn't have the power that our tyrannical Governor Wolf has. And I say that with a broken heart here. This is not about partisan politics for us, but for him it is. Right here, people before politics. What I saw with the edict coming out of the mouth of our failed Secretary of Health, who needs to go, who needs to walk out in shame for the death that the Secretary unleashed in our elder care facilities, it's because of that secretary we have a problem here and in Pennsylvania. And for the governor to stand by the side of that failed secretary shows you what kind of awful, terrible leader he is. He does not care about the elderly. He does not care about us. We were told when he came out at a stroke of a pen, essential, not essential. Are you okay with that? No. Stroke of a pen? No. Life-sustaining, non-life-sustaining? No. Life and death. He comes out and says all elective surgeries are off, so your hip surgery, your cancer treatment, your eye treatment, any treatments, even basic dental work that dentists are afraid to do. Your child has braces are messed up, you got to deal with it. But the governor says abortions are okay. What about, Governor, you hypocrite? He's a hypocrite. I'm tired of the left's double standards and lies. So he says on a campaign trail, oh, my body, my choice, Mr. Planned Parenthood here. But the reality is, it's all about politics. He's playing games here, and he's not taking it seriously. When he says all hands on deck, but I'm going to allow abortions, 3,000 babies dead now. And then on top of all this here, the elder care facilities. The only thing our failed secretary got right, who needs to go, was that it's going to particularly hit the elder population who are vulnerable. And that was correct. So why, in heaven's name, did this failed Secretary of Health, in the epitome of incompetence and medical malpractice, then decide on 19 March to direct facilities to take back COVID-19 patients? What kind of madman does this? What kind of sick person does this? I love you. And as my colleague here rightly pointed out, so I go on the steps of the Capitol, demand the resignation of that failed secretary just off of the deaths, because they don't care about the deaths. We're pushing 4,000 or so deaths now in the elder care facilities. What an incompetent person here, ill-qualified, ill-suited, needs to go now. And then the next day, we find out from a private investigator, and it's proven as fact, eyewitnesses saw it, under the cover of darkness, Levine knew the danger. Levine's mommy is more special than your mommy. Ran in there, snuck mommy out, and dropped mommy off in the lodge here in the suite, so Levine can see mommy all that the secretary wants to, but you can't. You got to bang through the window. You have to have distance for 100 days. How awful is that? Especially if your dear loved ones, in any case, but it had dementia. They don't know what's going on here. They're dying alone in confusion here, wondering why their dear loved ones can't come anymore. But Levine, with a bizarre, sick twist on medical malpractice, insider information, use that information. Instead of being a good, competent person, comes out and should have said, hey, I can't guarantee the safety of your loved ones. Take them out if you can. but instead snuck out there like a snake slithering in the grass and took Mom out of there. Levine needs to go. Now. And instead of taking care of our elderly, instead of pouring energy and resources into protecting those who are vulnerable and helping the sick, they're coming out here and harassing Taste of Sicily and giving you fines every week. And every week is another $1,000. And Gary, they're going to come for you. They're going to try to make... Mike, I love you, brother. Where'd you come from, man? My Goomba, my Paisan. Wow. We're surrounded by a host of beautiful patriots here, and I love you guys. But they're going to keep on coming for you. We're only going to be able to win this battle if we stand resolutely behind, with, and together with the patriots taking the risk here. You're stepping out there. You're putting it on the line. The tyrants are going to come down here. And I'm telling you what, Frank, you're an accountant expert around the world here. We need to find that line item number in the budget and defund these bureaucrats. We need to find out who they are and just take their salaries away. They need to go. They need to go. I'm appalled that the Secretary of Agriculture finds it's more important to run around here chasing good, upstanding citizens who just want to live their lives and be left the heck alone, run their business, take care of their families, but instead running down here and harassing you. Shame on them. That happens in the Soviet Union when that exists. That was East Germany when it existed. That doesn't happen in America. It's happening here. Now, we're having this argument discussion in Pennsylvania, where it all started, in 1776, where the light of liberty was lit and changed the course of history around the world. Europe and all the rest of the nations enjoy freedom is thanks to 1776 in Pennsylvania. In 1863, at great cost in blood and treasure, down the road in Gettysburg, a new birth of freedom was secured at just horrible price, bloodiest battle in American history. Now we're having this debate in our state here. We've handed powers over to people who don't like our country, who don't love us. You know, it's one thing, Russ and I had been out to all the Reopen PA rallies, and Russ, how irresponsible you were for shaking people's hands, not wearing a mask. You're being so reckless. The governor and his underlings and the Secretary of Health come out and say, I saw Mastriano without a mask. And the media, he was irresponsible, no social distancing. I'm like, just shut the heck up. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Karen. I love you guys. And then, of course, to have the powers of a monarch, the governor could, on a whim, come out and then march with thousands in a county where he said no more than 25 can gather. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You know, do as I say, not as I do. No. He has no moral authority. He compromised that completely over us. Well, not Frank Ryan could tell you, as a colonel in the Marine Corps and myself as a colonel in the Army, if you have a leader out there that says, I'm going to punish anybody with a DUI, you know, driving under influence, but then he or one of his buddies gets in trouble and they overlook that, they have no moral authority anymore. So we stopped listening. And so, Gary, you stood in the gap. You're saying, you know what, Governor? Get the heck out of here. I'm going to live my life. I'm an American. Mike and Christine, Governor, get the heck off my back and out of my wallets. We're going to live our lives as free people. We're not going to compromise with your tyranny. You need to go. We're tired of you. No more dithering. Thank you. No dithering zone here. We're fighting for freedom. You know, and we'd have this discussion. I never imagined, you know, I resisted running for office last year. And I never imagined when I was sworn in just a year ago that we'd be having this basic fight for our freedoms. I never imagined in my wildest dreams. If any of you, Russ, if you'd have told me, Doug, you know, we need you because this time next year, the governor's going to suspend your right to assemble, your right to worship. He's going to attack all your rights. I'd be like, huh. That's science fiction, man. That's Stephen King. That's Twilight Zone. But by God, we are fighting for our freedoms. This is deadly serious. This is no game. And there is no scientific reason for this. The CDC, you know, of course the left, when it's convenient, listen to the experts. Well, I didn't elect any of these people. I didn't elect Dr. Fauci to anything. He's not even a dog catcher. But okay. I'm sick of it. The left is so hypocritical, so inconsistent. We just want people to be honest, regardless of where you stand politically. Be consistent. You know, the same people say, Doug, you need to listen to your governor. Or the same people you go to their Facebook page, Trump is not my president. I'm like, oh, shut up. I'm like, I'll start listening to Wolf when you say you're going to start listening to President Trump, okay? It works both ways here. Be consistent. You just can't make this stuff up. God help us here. Okay. All right, so then, of course, we had a historic bill sponsored by my brother, Russ Diamond, 836, and he's the one that contacted me. He said, Doug, I'd like you to sponsor the one in the Senate, so thank you for including me in that. And we heard the Democrats, oh, we're going to lose all that money. So I contacted the White House, talked to my counterpart in the West Wing there, the Intergovernmental Affairs Director, and I say, hey, are we losing any money if we break away? He goes, absolutely not. You're good to go. The president declared a national emergency. You'll fall underneath that category. I go over to my Democrat colleagues the day before the vote. Here you go. Here's the evidence. They're like, I don't believe that. I'm an attorney. And I'm like, heck, I could be Moses coming down from Mount Sinai with the 10 Commandments in my hands. And you're like, I don't believe that. Because they work in a twilight zone. They don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. They don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. So they'll lie, cheat, and steal to advance their agenda. And we see this. We are told how bad this virus is going to be. You know, the experts at CDC, back to that, the experts, even Dr. Fauci himself, that they all bow at the altar and worship here. He said, by the way, masks don't do you any good. So, okay, there's your experts there, Governor Wolf, Secretary Levine, who needs to go. And also, Levine needs to go. I'm telling you. Yes. Yeah. If Stevie Wonder can see it, Levine needs to go. I mean, come on now, help me out. Did you? Yes, I love you, man. But you can't make this stuff up, and this is a dangerous time we're in. So let's stand together. Let's fight the good fight for freedom. Everything is at stake. God forbid we stand aside on these dark days here. And as Ronald Reagan predicted that might happen, he said this in 1961, if we don't do our part as citizens, that we'll be sitting on our porches years gone by with our children and our children's children telling them what it was like to once to be free. Now, one last story. As Frank Ryan was standing outside the Constitutional Convention in 1789, he saw Benjamin Franklin coming out, and he heard Mrs. Powell ask, well, Mr. Franklin, what do we have? A monarchy or a republic? And he said, a republic if you can keep it. Can we keep it? Yeah! Will you keep it? Yeah! It's time to rise up and fight. Stay firm, stay faithful, stay true to your convictions. We're praying in Jesus' name for intervention. We need a miracle. God bless you guys, and God bless America.
One last thought, folks, and please don't jump to conclusions, but I would say we can be grateful for Governor Wolf. The reason we can be grateful for Governor Wolf is if Biden were president, we'd have 120 million dead.
You know, listening to everyone speak, you know what I noticed? Everyone has trust in God. Everyone has trust in God, and I think that is very important. And you know, I want to see how today went. You know, I just want to see what showed up, what people thought, what people said. And I committed to Friday protest. We're going to be open Friday. You know what?
He's got to open up.
I just open for business. I hear the back door. Thank you again.
I figured that would happen after this turnout.
Now I want to walk over to see
Hi. I have Senator Mastriano's live feed. People want to see the t-shirts. Yes. We're on Senator Mastriano's live feed. They want to see the t-shirts and know how they can get them.
They can come here to get
Come here to get them. Okay. There it is. Thank you.
Heiseys will have them on sale. Then anyone wants to come get them, we'll have to get some more in. But what are the chances you have a triple X?
We're going to go up there second.
What did you say? 2X is the largest you have? You have 2X and 3X. 3X.
We're going to try to get
say, I bet you have a hell of a time up there with that nutcase.
I like it though.
Buddy, yeah.